years, Northwestern University has been a beacon of educational excellence on the shores of Lake Michigan. As the university celebrates this momentous anniversary, let's take a look back at the people and events that have contributed to Northwestern's rich history. May 31st, 1850, 9 men meet in the law office above a hardware store in Chicago and resolve to establish a university for the Northwest Territory. 1853, Clark T. Hinman becomes Northwestern's first president. 1855, the university officially opens with 10 students in the College of Literature, Arts, and Sciences, eventually known as the Judd A. and Marjorie Weinberg College of Arts and Sciences. 1855, Northwestern's first building, later known as Old College, is completed. 1859, 4 students receive bachelor's degrees at Northwestern's first commencement. 1859, the School of Law opens. 1859, the School of Medicine opens, eventually known as the Feinberg School of Medicine. 1869, Erastus O. Haven is inaugurated as Northwestern's third president and implements coeducation at the university. Evanston resident Rebecca Hogue is the first woman to be admitted. 1869, University Hall is completed. 1873, Frances Willard becomes the first Dean of Women when the Evanston College for Ladies merges with Northwestern. 1878, the School of Speech opens. It will eventually be known as the School of Communication. 1882, the first football game is played against Lake Forest College. 1883, William Jennings Bryan graduates from the School of Law. 1887, Dearborn Observatory is constructed. 1891, Kennesaw Mountain Landis will eventually be Commissioner of Professional Baseball, graduates from the law school. 1895, the School of Music opens. It will eventually be known as the Henry and Lee Beaman School of Music. 1896, representatives from Northwestern and 6 other Midwestern universities create the Intercollegiate Conference of Faculty Representatives. It becomes known as the Western Conference, and eventually the Big Ten. 1901, men's basketball is introduced at Northwestern. 1902, the Rock, originally a drinking fountain, is given as a gift by that year's senior class. 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt visits campus. 1903, Northwestern wins the first of 7 Big Ten football championships. 1908, the School of Commerce opens, eventually known as the Kellogg School of Management. 1909, the College of Engineering opens, and it will eventually become the McCormick School of Engineering and Applied Science. 1912, Go You Northwestern, written by Northwestern University marching band member Theodore Van Eaton, premieres in the season's final football game. 1915, Harris Hall is completed. 1921, the Medill School of Journalism opens. 1924, Wildcats becomes the nickname for Northwestern's athletic teams after a Chicago Tribune article refers to the football team as a purple wall of Wildcats. 1926, the School of Education opens, eventually known as the School of Education and Social Policy. 1929, the first WAMU show is performed. 1932, Deering Library opens. 1939, the first ever NCAA men's basketball championship is held at Northwestern in the old Patton Gymnasium. 1942, the Technological Institute is completed. 1943, Charlton Heston attends the School of Communication and appears in several campus productions. 1947, Willie the Wildcat makes his first appearance as Northwestern's official mascot. 1948, WNUR begins broadcasting. 1949, Northwestern wins the Rose Bowl against Cal. 1954, Jerry Orbach attends the School of Communication and appears in several campus productions. 1956, Warren Beatty appears in the WAMU show. 1956, Gary Marshall graduates from Medill. 1957, The Rock is painted for the first time by a group of Daily Northwestern staff members. 1957, Northwestern's first computer is installed on campus in an unused room of the Dearborn Observatory. 1960, Anne Margaret performs in the WAMU show. 1963, Alice Millar Chapel is completed. One of its first events is a memorial service following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. 1964, Northwestern dedicates its newly constructed Lakeville campus and begins an unprecedented period of construction and growth. 1969, the Associated Student Government is formed. 1970, from May 6th to May 13th, campus is shut down in protest of the Kent State shootings. This is the longest the school has ever been closed. 1975, the first dance marathon is held. 1985, Arnold Weber is inaugurated as Northwestern's 14th president. 1986, Stephen Colbert graduates from the School of Communication. 1986, Joe Girardi graduates from the McCormick School of Engineering. 1988, David Schwimmer graduates from the School of Communication. 1995, Henry Beaton is inaugurated as Northwestern's 15th president. 1996, Northwestern plays in the Rose Bowl against the University of Southern California. 1996, Princess Diana of Wales visits Northwestern. 1997, Zach Braff graduates from the School of Communication. 2005, Northwestern's women's lacrosse team wins the NCAA championship. 2006. Then U.S. Senator Barack Obama delivers the commencement address. 2006. Northwestern's women's lacrosse team wins the NCAA championship. 2007. Northwestern's women's lacrosse team wins the NCAA championship. 2008. Northwestern begins offering journalism and communication degrees at its new branch campus in Qatar. 2008. Northwestern's women's lacrosse team wins the NCAA championship. 2009. Guess what? Northwestern's women's lacrosse team wins a 5th consecutive NCAA championship. 2009. Morton Shapiro is inaugurated as Northwestern's 16th president. Which brings us to today. Northwestern remains firmly committed to developing tomorrow's leaders in an enriching educational environment. Who knows what the next 160 years will bring?